Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Venezuelan leader Nicolas and his associates have reached out to the White House through a number of channels, and there are ongoing discussion about what communication between the two countries might look like. All right, so we have some very important updates. You guys already know Donald has put out a message early this morning about the airspace in Venezuela being closed. And we have seen Nicholas and a couple of his associates, excuse me, is putting out a lot of these very important update message about what Trump said this morning. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support. I was not supposed to show this, but I just want to bring this up. This is very important. I talked about this over at my Grand Supreme News channel. This is an update. You have the Homeland Security is putting out a very important message here. We won't let bad group, bad individuals to live on our soil. Now, Joe did it. Joe bring these people into our sleeping giant in 2021. We have seen what happened to the National Guards, and one of them has passed away. My condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. The second one is still fighting for his life. Now, the person that did it came from Afghan in 2021 under Joe. This individual, this is a new one. He was arrested today, I think today, if I'm not mistaken. And he was planning doing something very, very bad. He posted a video on TikTok, and that's how he got caught. And so Department of Homeland Security is putting out the message. Another Afghan, another one, under Joe, was cuffed just 24 hours prior to the barbaric strike that has taken out. Rest in peace to Sarah. Rest in peace to her. Man. So this person, Mohammed, again, I try not to say the name because this platform is really strict, guys, came to the U.S. as part of Joe. We got to put the name Joe. Operation Allies Welcome. Now, he was cuffed on Tuesday after he posted a video of himself on TikTok, indicating that he was constructing a bomb to explode the Fort Worth area. That is crazy. Under leadership of Donald and Department of Homeland Secretary Noam, we have indefinitely stopped all immigration requests relating to Afghan nationals and all asylum decisions. America will not provide sanctuary to those who want to harm our people. Man, those Afghans are very upset right now. Again, I mean, those people out there, they want to come here. Now they can't because this dude really messed everything up. Now, again, there's some good Afghan people. I'm not saying they're all bad, but there's some good ones out there. They want to come. They want to come to the Sleeping Giant in Flores. But people like, they just come here and cause all this stuff. All right, so I just wanted to show you that news really quick. Now we're going to go with Nicholas. Nicholas is going cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. His administration, well, give me a second here. I guess that was the latest one. Yeah, so give me a second here. Let me pull up this information. Nicholas is very concerned. Yes, based on recent reports from late November 2025, Nicholas and his associates have reached out to the White House through various channels, and discussion about potential communications are ongoing. So, outreach efforts. Multiple administration officials have confirmed that the Venezuelan gov has used several channels to contact the White House, expressing a desire to talk. So, Nicholas wants to talk. Donald, please leave my airspace alone. Recent phone call. A report from New York Times confirmed by other sources indicated that the U.S. commander and Nicholas spoke by phone last week, around late November 2025, and discussed the possibility of a future meeting in the U.S. Not such meeting has been scheduled yet. Now, Donald's stance. The U.S. president has publicly stated he is open to speaking with Nicholas at a certain time and has acknowledged that Nicholas would like to talk while simultaneously maintaining a pressure campaign that includes a significant military presence in the Caribbean and new sanctions. Conflicting signals. The news of potential dialogue comes amidst heightened tensions, with the U.S. formally designating a Venezuelan gang as a T organization, and the president declaring Venezuelan airspace should be considered closed in its entirety. Wow. All right, so that's what's going on. That is basically the latest updates, but give me a second here. Man, there's some stuff really going down today. Now, we do have some more updates. This is going to be a video, like one of those videos where there's multiple breaking news. Excuse me, guys. Now, the president put out another statement. Donald said this: Immigration and Nationality Act, Section 212. Whenever the president finds that the entry of any aliens or of any class of aliens into the U.S. would be detrimental to the interests of the U.S., he may be proclamation and for such period as he shall deem necessary. Suspend the entry of all aliens or any class of aliens as immigrants or non-immigrants, or imposed on the entry of aliens any restriction he may deem to be appropriate. I just feel like Donald didn't write that. Hold on, give me a second. It doesn't sound like Donald writing stuff like this. This is something that he copied and just pasted. This is something the law, basically. All right, give me a second here. Let me just refresh the page. Now you do have Nicholas out here. Venezuelan demands its airspace to be respected and will not accept demands or threats, the Gov statement put out. All right, let me just refresh the page really quick here, guys. And thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We do have a little update news here about this, about the guy that was arrested. Video of the Afghan national planning to mass strike Americans with a car bomb in Texas. Man, watch his fellow Muslims cheer him on and offer support. Man, things are really getting bad in our sleeping giant country. Dallas and Fort Worth were his targets. This person was imported into our beloved sleeping giant country by Joe. 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 Mr. Burns. Joe. Under Operation Allies Welcome. Now, the Blue, they spent millions to bring this person into Texas and resettle him. When asked if he's ashamed to be living in Texas, he says he is only there to take out as many sleeping giants as he can. That's on you, Joe. That's on you. To the Blue out there. That's on you guys. That's Joe right there. He let the doors open. Actually, he brought him, gave him a first class ticket, and brought him here to the sleeping giant. I want to KILL everyone. Are you listening? Okay, so you're going to build a car. Boom! Good for you. Where are you going to build your yellow cab? You know what? I am going to make it here in a sleeping giant in Fort Worth. You are going to build a Suez, you know what, inside your taxi? I am building it, brother. I am building it. Can anyone help me? I am going to KILLU if you're in Dallas. I will commit suicide on anyone who has problems with the Afghans. Good job, Joe. Good job. I'm going to commit. I'm going to you know what? The basically the sleeping giant citizens. Ungrateful. Lawlessness. Murderous. Incompatible with Western civilization. We need re-migration now. These people never satisfy. They come to the sleeping giants, and instead of flourishing and changing their ways, they come here and bring their lawlessness. You can't change them. You can't change. Look, there's some good people. There's some bad people. This dude here is a bad one. Unbelievable. And here's the thing. Two of them were cuffed. Joe brought thousands, over 100,000 to our sleeping giant land. Over 100,000. And Joe stopped the construction at the southern region. Millions poured in. According to Speaker Johnson, it seems like it was 20 or maybe 30 million came in under Joe. You have to ask this question. Why did Joe decide to bring millions? Why? Didn't you guys in 2001 said that we're going to seal the region and make sure that 2001 in September never happens again? Didn't you say that? If you were young back then, Joe, you had hair. The left and the right and Bush and all them people, all of you came together. We're going to make sure stuff like this never happens again. We're going to secure the region. We're going to make sure people don't come in like that. Oh, Joe, he bought in like 30 million. And he wasn't done. He bought more by planes. I want to show you something really quick here. Remember this? Remember this? Remember this here? Remember that plane? You guys remember that plane? You guys remember that plane? Remember that plane? 2021? Joe brought them. He brought them to the sleeping giant. And most of them in that plane, and I think it was more than one trip, most of them in that plane were male. Military age. Meanwhile, the women were left back. And there was that one famous picture of the woman telling the U.S. Marine soldier, take my young one. Take my young one. Please take my young one. I stay here, but take my young ones. That was when Joe withdrew the troops in Afghan 2021. That was a very sad day. 13 sleeping giant soldier passed away. On top of that, Joe left behind billions of equipment, brand new equipment. Give me a second here. Okay, so this is all the information so far. I would keep you updated when it comes to Venezuela. I will also keep you updated with what's going on within our sleeping giant country. But one thing I tell you, I believe Donald did the right thing to stop the asylum. I think it's time to kind of close the doors, close the books. We got plenty. We don't need no more. We need to figure something out because now it's coming to a point. Not only the sleeping giants is under attack, but the sleeping giant military. We need to kind of stop now. I think it's time to close the books. There's other country that people could go to, but the sleeping giant is under warning, a great warning. And again, I say this a lot. If you see something, say something. You got these sleepers out there. You need to be awake, fully awake. And yeah, we're going to be praying for a lot of people in the sleeping giant. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Check out the videos I posted today. The links will be in the comments box. And I want to thank every single one of you for your support, either through Patreon, Cash App, or PayPal. Your support truly helps out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.